Hey everyone, I have been hearing about a pretty big compliance issue around IBM that I wanted to make sure you're aware of. Because if you're using IBM software and they've made over 100 acquisitions in just the last 10 years, they've even made 6 acquisitions already at the time of this recording in 2016. So you may not realize you're running IBM, and you actually are. But especially if you're running IBM in what they call subcapacity licensing, which would be on a virtual environment. So you might have heard it called virtualization capacity or virtualization licensing. But if you are doing that, if you're only licensing the physical cores that are in use for the IBM software and not the full capacity of that processor, then you need to be running something called the IBM License Metric Tool. So ILMT is extremely important, because what happens if you're not running the ILMT tool and reporting off that tool at least quarterly. In fact, in some cases, if you've got a pretty complex environment, you may even need to run it as often as monthly or even weekly. So if you're not running those reports off of the ILMT and you're utilizing subcapacity licensing, if you get audited by IBM, you could end up having to pay for full capacity licensing as far back as 2 years. For a lot of customers, that means they're paying more for not running the ILMT tool than they do for the actual licenses that they're using. So I can't stress this enough. It's extremely important. You've got to be running the ILMT tool. You've got to be reporting on that, or you could be in some serious trouble. So get out there and start using the ILMT tool like now. Make sure that you are in compliance. Make sure that everything is in order. There are very few exceptions to being able to not run the ILMT. And in those exceptions, there's a couple of other tools that IBM would require you to use. So I've included some links to additional information on subcapacity licensing, terms and conditions, the ILMT tool, a lot of FAQs. So if you're not familiar with it, read up on it and start using it right away. I hope this is helpful. And if you've got anything to add, please comment. Thanks so much.